Hey guys, welcome to another episode sa YouTube channel ko. By the way, my name is Roy and I am your digital buddy when it comes to adulting and freelancing. So, for today, we will talk about side hustles. Alam naman natin din na life is really hard here in the Philippines and we need extra income to really generate more cash flow for all of us. So 58% Filipino millennials and 59% of Gen Zs are living paycheck to paycheck. What does it mean? It only means that we are struggling to finance ourselves. In other words, kulang na kulang yung kinikita natin, whether that's through our day jobs kasi ang dami nating binabayaran na bills and ang mahal na rin ng mga gastusin ngayon. I hope this video can really help us all the more. Let's define what is a side hustle. So a side hustle is an extra job or extra project that can add to your existing income. By the word itself, it's on the side na can be a part-time work or can be a project base. When you say project base, from time to time, binibigyan ka ng mga projects ng clients mo, whether that's through freelancing or whatsoever. So, marami tayong mga mapapag-usapan ngayon na mga potential extra income that can generate extra cash flow for us. So first, ang mapapag-usapan natin ngayon ay selling digital products. Recently ko lang din siya nalaman kasi may mga clients rin ako na tinulungan sa freelancing to market their digital products like online courses, mga Canva templates, and many more. How much can you potentially earn from selling digital products? This is not guaranteed, guys, na you will earn high kasi you need to put in much effort and time para lang ma-market yung sarili mo when it comes to selling digital products. Potentially, you can start earning 100 pesos to 20,000 pesos or more depending on the products and services na pwede mong ma-offer. There are some people, they sell their Canva templates, photos nila, mga places na napuntahan, they take photos and sell it online, mga wallpapers, design wallpapers, and possibly mga different digital arts, different tools. Maraming mga tao ngayon are so creative and resourceful when it comes to selling different digital products online. You really need to find your desired product na pwede mong mabenta online and it should be unique, and at the same time, you always need to think about what can I offer to the people. Saan ka nga ba pwedeng magbenta ng mga digital products? Best example is ngayon yung bagong website na Rocket.ph, possibly naman din sa Etsy. Though ang Etsy ngayon, they're charging a certain amount for those new people na magre-register sa website nila. And then you can use Gumroad, Payhip, for different digital products na gusto mong ibenta online. And you can also create your own self-hosted platforms, whether that's through Shopify, WordPress, WooCommerce. Kumbaga, you can have your own website kung saan ilagay niyo yung mga products nyo. And there are other things rin na you need to take into consideration when it comes to selling digital products. Kinakailangan na marunong ka rin kung paano i-market ito, na hindi ka lang basta-basta na mag-join ng mga different Facebook groups. You need to be creative and resourceful by building your own brand as a digital product seller, by adding value to people na it's not all about hard selling, but it's really making them go through a sales funnel kung saan ma-experience talaga nila na you are adding value to them. Kung bakit nga ba nila kakailanganin yung mga digital products mo. You need to always sell the benefits of the products that you are selling. Kasi the better it is kung marunong ka talagang mag-market ng mga products mo rin at the end of the day. Aside from marketing it in the best way you can, kailangan mo rin talaga na mag-build ng mga different networks online through different Facebook groups. At the end of the day, when it comes to building a successful side hustle sa pagbenta ng mga digital products, you need to be someone na credible enough and good when it comes to building relationships online. Another side hustle that you can do is offering yourself as a virtual assistant. So, kadalasan naririnig na natin to online na become a freelancer, earn 6 digits by being a VA, by being a freelancer. But you know what, guys? It is not an easy job to become a virtual assistant or a freelancer. One important thing na kailangan mong ma-realize if you want to become a virtual assistant or freelancer, it is a contractor to a customer relationship. Hindi na siya yung the usual sa corporate na you are an employee and you have a employer. Kasi when it comes to freelancing, there is a big risk na anytime you can lose clients, you can lose your work. But if you know how to position yourself as a freelancer, you know how to strategize kung may mga pagkakataon na mawawalan ka ng clients, you will definitely succeed in this industry. You need to build your own emergency funds. Hindi rin talaga siya basta-basta na ang saya naman ng buhay ng mga freelancer ngayon kasi pa-travel-travel na lang. The truth of the matter naman, ang lahat ng klaseng work that we have right now requires tough work. So, you can definitely earn from 100 USD to more than 1,000 USD, whether that's part-time work, full-time work, or project-based lang siya. And kung meron ka mang 9 to 5 work ngayon, pwedeng-pwede kang mag-start as a part-time freelancer. Kasi kadalasan ang problema ngayon, ayoko na mag-work sa corporate. Ayoko na yung 9 to 5 work ko. Kaya magre-resign na ako and mag-join na ako sa freelancing. That should not be something na ma-normalize. Kasi freelancing is also hard. And ang daming risk when it comes to freelancing. Yan ay dapat ma-remind tayo at the end of the day. What are the skills that you need or you can offer freelancing or being a virtual assistant? First is administrative skills. You need to learn how to manage emails, calendars, and kumbaga, you can also learn how to schedule appointments, data entry, and file organization for your potential clients. It's like the usual work na gagawa natin sa office where we help our boss when it comes to their schedules, their emails, file organizations. So kumbaga, we just translate it into online work. And another skill na pwede nating i-offer sa pagiging freelancer or virtual assistant ay social media marketing and management. You need to be skilled in managing social media accounts, engaging with potential customers or people sa same niche nung client mo, and you need to learn how to position client social media presence, and kailangan mo rin talaga siya na matutunan na yung mga basic stuffs like branding for your own client. You need to learn how to create content calendars, content pillars. Hindi lang siya yung matuto ng basic Canva editing and then ipopost ko lang to. Social media marketing and management doesn't work that way kasi kadalasan ang mindset ng mga tao ngayon ay gagawa lang ako ng mga basic templates or posts for my clients, then popost ko lang. Yun na yung social media marketing and management. Hindi ganun yun na ang daming kailangan na requirements when it comes to that. Creating strategies, creating the best content that you can for your client. Hindi na lang siya about static posts, but there are times that you need to create short form videos for your clients. And at the same time, do not allow yourself to be lowballed. Kasi kadalasan may mga ibang clients na nang aabuso na lang to really take advantage of you. You need to be careful when it comes to that rin. And then another skill na pwedeng under freelancing or being a virtual assistant is being a graphic designer. You need to learn how to create different graphic assets online para ma-offer mo sa clients mo. There are clients na who would ask you, hey, can you create graphics for my events? If you have a client na business coach, hey, can you create a layout for my emails? Can you create a layout for my social media posts and whatsoever na kailangan ng potential client mo? Right now, most people are really using Canva. There are different tools na rin such as Microsoft Designer, and it's really about being creative and resourceful to create a unique version of you as a graphic designer. And another one is bookkeeping. You need to be experienced and accurate when it comes to financial record keeping and bookkeeping. Another skills for freelancers or aspiring freelancers is cold calling. Kailangan na effective ka sa pag-generate ng leads and building relationships. For example, for a realtor na parang you need to look for potential clients na who can buy the houses that they are offering. And katulad na lang sa isa kong client, they offer home inspection services. So they call potential clients na, hey, do you want home inspection for your own home para if there are issues and pwede mo siyang ma-resolve right away. So, cold calling is not an easy work kasi may mga tools kang kailangan and kailangan mo maghanap ng leads for your potential clients. And another one is customer service. You are helping your clients na to check if there are issues na-encounter yung mga customers nila na how can you help them resolve yung issue. Syempre, at the same time, you need to provide a great service when it comes to that. You will deal with a lot of personalities na pwede kang murahin. So, you need to be tough in really helping them to be satisfied sa mga services na in-offer ng clients mo. Another one is video editing. You need to learn how to edit videos such as like Ali Abdal na kung saan paiba-iba yung mga effects sa videos, and then yung Alex Hormozy style kung saan you take advantage of emojis or mga GIFs or memes na dapat kasabay sa captions mo. When it comes to the tools, there are different tools na dapat aware ka, like Google Suite kung saan nandoon yung Google Docs, Google Sheets, Google Drive. There are other project management tools na dapat aware ka rin from Asana, Notion, Monday.com, Trello, ClickUp, and many others. There are other tools rin na such as social media schedulers like Buffer, Hootsuite, and other social media schedulers na makakatulong sa'yo to succeed in this freelancing industry. Where do you find clients when it comes to freelancing? You can definitely look for clients sa mga websites such as Fiverr, Upwork, onlinejobs.ph, virtualstaff.ph, Reapp, and different social media platforms such as LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, and you can also search for clients through different Facebook groups like Filipino Online Workers PH, Social Media Marketing PH, and other platforms as well. Kadalasan dito, you need to build your own brand para makita ng potential clients mo, you have the credibility to become their virtual assistant or freelancer. So, another side hustle na pwede nating pagkakitaan ay online selling. There are a lot of Filipinos who are taking advantage of online selling, whether that's through TikTok Shop, Lazada, Shopee, and other e-commerce platforms. Dito, kadalasan, you need to do live streaming. May mga times naman na hindi na yun lang, they just take advantage of the live streaming feature ng mga e-commerce platforms para lang magkaroon lang ng pagkakataon na they can build relationships with potential clients and mapakita nila yung importance ng mga products na to na quality talaga. And there are other online sellers, they create content para lang mapakita kung paano gagamitin yung mga products. And you can also build your own platform sa WordPress, sa Shopify, WooCommerce, BigCommerce, and you need to be creative enough to showcase yung mga products mo. Hindi lang siya basta-basta na i-upload ko lang siya sa mga TikTok Shop, sa Shopee, and andar na yung pagbenta ng products. Kinakailangan kasi you need to learn how to provide a good customer service. You need to be a marketer as well na you can definitely sell different things when it comes to online selling through stickers, mga wallets, mga plastic containers for colognes, perfumes. Kadalasan ako kasi I also love traveling. Kadalasan na in-order ko rin when it comes to sa mga TikTok shops, I order yung mga travel pouches or travel kits na makakatulong sa akin na ma-organize yung mga gamit ko when it comes to traveling. So as for you, you need to identify the products that you can offer to your customers, and you need to identify rin yung target market mo para hindi na lang yung basta-basta ka lang nagbebenta na dahil uso, dahil it's trending. It doesn't work that way. You need to strategize everything from scratch for you to be successful in this area. Potentially, you can earn hundreds to thousands and even hundreds of thousands when it comes to online selling. And as far as I know, you need to register now sa BIR before you can start your own TikTok shop, Lazada shop, and Shopee. So, you need to check the website of BIR or mga accounting firms rin na they help you, or accountants, they help you to mag-register sa BIR. Yun yung reality ngayon na kailangan na siya ng BIR registration talaga. Another side hustle na pwedeng mong gawin ay becoming an ESL teacher. Dito talaga kailangan na you have the skills of teaching. You need to have a good command when it comes to English. And there was a time before na I tried, for a time naging ESL teacher ako, but not online. It was for like 2 months or 3 months last 2019, and it was a fun experience teaching Korean kids, and they have a lot of different personalities na challenging para sa akin to teach Korean kids during that time, but it was a fun experience. You can definitely earn 90 pesos per hour, or may mga times 150 pesos per hour depending sa platform or company na maging part ka. Saan ka nga ba pwede maging ESL teacher? There are websites such as People Per Hour, Rare Job, Ngo, and many others. And you can also search for ESL jobs sa Upwork, sa onlinejobs.ph, different ESL Facebook groups, and even sa Reddit. You can check those websites. And na kailangan rin dito talaga is you also need to have a noise cancelling headset and a good environment kung saan na dapat hindi maingay. You need to take note of that. And there is another type of online tutoring na pwedeng mong ma-offer sa mga clients. If you are someone na who is a musician, you can definitely look for clients online kung saan you can offer your knowledge and skills sa guitar, sa piano, sa keyboard, and other music tools na kung saan you can teach them how to become a great musician or learn music. You need to learn how to market yourself and price your skills and services dito. I know a friend of mine na he has been doing this for the past 3 years or so. Nag-tutor siya ng mga kids, and he teach them different skills when it comes to music, and he's currently earning like 30,000 or more depending on the season. There are other side hustles na pwede nyo ring i-consider, such as being a content creator sa social media through TikTok. Ito, hindi talaga siya madali kasi sometimes it takes years for you to succeed in this industry. There are times na can be months lang depending on your niche, depending on the content that you want to produce. You can definitely earn through affiliate marketing by taking advantage yung popularity mo, yung following mo. At the same time, you need to also learn how to be creative enough to create great content that will resonate to your target market. You can earn through brand deals, through subscription base, kung saan yung mga followers mo, they would subscribe to your exclusive content. They can also be part of your exclusive community. You can sell merch because meron ka ng branding You resonate to the crowd. You can definitely earn. Another one naman is affiliate marketing, kung saan may mga platforms like TikTok, Shopee, Lazada, or other websites na they have affiliate programs where marketers can advertise or market their products listed on these platforms and earn commissions for sales generated through their referral links. So kung iisipin nyo, you can definitely earn from this. Pero hindi rin siya madali. Kinakailangan talaga na you need to be strategic enough to build your own online presence para lang ma-position mo yung sarili mo as an affiliate marketer and mas magiging successful ka sa industry na to. You need to leverage your social media platforms, your website to sell yung mga affiliate offerings mo sa mga tao din. It will take some time to really succeed in this industry. Another side hustle na pwede natin gawin ay crypto trading or stocks trading. You need to learn the basics of trading for you to be successful. Marami ng mga crypto trading or stocks trading platforms such as Maya, Coins.ph, Gcash, PDAX, and other crypto trading platforms. So, dito kasi kinakailangan mo talagang aralin yung kung paano mag-trade, kung ano yung mga different types of cryptocurrency and other stuff. So, kadalasan dito, kailangan mo rin ng extra cash to begin with if you want to be successful sa crypto trading. And I hope you have learned something today sa video natin. If there are other side hustles na gusto mong i-share or you have resonated with this video and this video helped you, please comment and subscribe to this YouTube channel natin. We will be releasing a lot more videos this year. I hope you have learned and be part of this journey. And let us help Filipinos to become better Filipinos by providing knowledge and skills to them para mag-succeed sila. Once again, this is Roy, your digital buddy when it comes to adulting and freelancing. See you around.